These are the 5 trades I'm going to be interested in taking this week. So the very first one is gold. So XAUUSD has pretty much been selling for a very long time. If you look at this area of interest, you can clearly see that this area of interest is a daily area of interest that has been reflected by price multiple times. Last week or last day, this was on Friday, it was a very strong candle to the downside. Now, because we have that candle to the downside, if you look at the 4 hour time frame, it's also bearish. So we have daily bearish and 4 hour bearish. So all we are going to be looking for is a retracement back into somewhere around this area to look for reasons to sell. That is the first trade. Another trade I'm looking to see this new week is GPBUSD. So GPBUSD, we have been planning on selling this market, but we didn't really get the opportunity and we avoided the loss. I explained it on this video right here, which was it's pretty much the video before this video, right? So right now we are having that strong break to the downside, which have clearly broken all these lows. Right now, what we are looking for is the retracement back into this level to sell. If you look at the area of interest, it's a very solid one. We have multiple rejections from that area of interest. As you can see right here, we have rejections right here and multiple rejections. So now we'll just simply be waiting for a cleaner retracement back into this area to continue selling, right? So another pair I'm looking to see is GPPAUD. Now this one is pretty much of a counter trend trade setup, but I'll explain why I am interested in this market right here. So coming over to the weekly, let's start with the weekly. If you come over to the weekly, you can clearly see that on the weekly time frame we have a very strong area right here, right? So this area is a very strong area because it is a 1000 days kind of area. So let me explain what I mean. This area has been respected by price for over 1700 days now, right? Now it's a very strong weekly area, by the way. Now we have multiple rejection on that area and price is currently at that area, as you can see right now. So if you look at your own charts, you will be expecting that price is currently bullish, and what will make sense is to wait for a retracement right here to buy, right? But from analysis, I can't really buy from this area simply because we are still going to be buying right into a weekly area of interest that has been holding price over the course of 1000 days, right? So for me to be able to buy this market, I'll simply wait for price to actually be trading above that market, come back to area of interest, have clean structures that show bullish signs, and then I'll be interested in actually buying GPP AUD. So that's another pair I'm looking to see. GPP NZD, sorry, that's not actually a counter trend trade setup. GPP AUD is not a counter trend trade setup. GPP NZD is a counter trend trade setup, and I'll show you why I am paying attention to this market. Let's start with the weekly. If you look at the weekly, well, if you do analysis, weekly time frame is actually bullish, right? Because we actually close above this high just a little bit. But we have this weekly area of interest that has 1, 2, and 3 rejections from this area, right? So I'm just putting it as one of the reasons, as one of, so I'm just putting this area of interest because there's the potential that it could reject from that area, right? So that is just one information that we have. Now coming over to the daily time frame, you can see that daily time frame is actually bearish. This right here is the lower low, this right here is the lower high, right? And now we are reacting from that weekly area of interest, and if you go over the way back, you can clearly see that this is also a weekly and daily area of interest combined, right? And anytime we came to that area, let's start from here, you can see that we rejected to the downside. When we are below area, we are rejecting to the downside. Now notice that anytime we came to that area, we are clearly bullish, right? But we clearly rejected to the downside. When we came to that area, we are clearly bullish, but we rejected to the downside. When we are above area, we are rejecting to the upside, and so on and so forth, right? And this happened very recently again. We came to that area and rejected straight to the downside. So now it just makes sense that I should now be expecting to reject to the downside simply because we have done that multiple times. But I am not a foolish trader because I've actually been trading for long. So I know that it's not simply advisable to just start selling immediately, right? It's not going to happen. So what is the new game plan? The new game plan is, because the daily is bearish, I'll have to wait for the 4 hour to actually shift bearish to again as well. So I still need a little bit more price action. I need price to create more price action and start having a shift of structure to the downside. And now that when we have that shift of structure to the downside, I'll wait for a retracement and confirmatory entries on the 1 hour time frame, because 1 hour time frame we also need it to be bearish for us to be selling. And if you get that entry, which I am really hoping we actually do, right? And the trade plays, I will now be targeting the final take profit target, which will be the daily structural point. And this trade has a potential of giving us a 1:6.7 risk reward ratio trade, right? So if this give us the opportunity, I'll be very interested in actually selling GBP So that's that for GBP But NZD let us see what we have there. So NZD my bias for this week is simply to sell this market, and I'll show you why. So coming over to the daily time frame, you can clearly see that on the daily time frame, this last week we actually shifted bearish. We started breaking structure to the downside, right? If I come closer, you can see that we have multiple rejections from this area. So if you see, this area was more like a support, but we are currently under that area, right? Coming over to the 4-hour time frame, if you come over to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that that area is a little bit more cleaner, right? When we came to that area, every time we came to that area, we started buying to the upside. But right now, we are currently below that area, and we are actually having bearish structure. So daily is bearish, 4-hour is bearish. We are looking to sell, right? So all we are going to be looking for is a discounted level to sell, which is the best point is an area which has been respected by price, right? And then we look for reasons to sell this market from this level. And the last pair I'm going to be trading this week is very similar to NZD because they are both USD pairs. I'm still going to be waiting for the exact same thing on AUD to sell. So those are pretty much the pairs I'm going to be paying attention to for this week. I am just looking for any of them to give me any good opportunities, and then I'll be in on this market. Again, I'm going to be calling these markets live when they start happening on the Telegram channel, right? So, but in order for you to see the trades live, you have to see the Telegram channel, which of course the link is right here. So all you have to do is come over to this channel right here. Come over to the channel, click on this link right here. You see the one that says Telegram. Then you can click the Telegram and then join us on the Telegram channel right here. So I'll call these trades live as they're about to enter. As I'm about to enter, I'll let you guys know. And then if I win, you win with me. If I lose, well, you lose with me. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the next week's setups.